to all. Welcome back to Office Optimism with me, Shirala. If you've been following along these past few episodes, you know that we've been sitting in the thick of this government shutdown, staying hopeful, finding calm, and holding on to grace when things have felt uncertain. And now here we are, whispers of reopening, talks of returning to work. And I don't know about you, but one question that keeps echoing in my mind is, so what's next? Where do we even begin? Because if we're going to be honest, going back doesn't always mean moving forward. Sometimes it means facing what we've left undone or even what we've left unsaid. So let's jump right into reintegration, the awkward return.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
Let's be real. Reintegration is awkward. That first day walking back into the workspace, it might feel like the first day of school all over again. Everyone is trying to figure out where they fit in, how much has actually changed, and what version of normal we're walking into. According to a recent Gallup survey, over 60% of employees said that returning to work after long disruptions left them feeling anxious or disconnected, not because they didn't want to go back, but because they weren't sure how to go back. So if you're feeling uneasy, that's okay. It's normal. And here is what I've learned. Reintegration isn't just about showing up. It's about showing up differently. Ask yourself, what if I gave myself permission to ease back in? What if this time I let curiosity lead instead of anxiety? Because sometimes the bravest thing that you can do is re-enter slowly. So let's move into talking about unresolved hurt before we move forward. So before we start sprinting ahead, let's take a moment for the ones who are still hurting. Maybe you felt forgotten. Maybe you gave everything to hold things together. And now you're looking around wondering, does anyone even see that? I see you. A Forbes report earlier this year found that 1 in 3 workers returning after furlough or layoffs felt lingering resentment or disillusionment. And that's valid. But here's the truth. Holding on to that pain won't protect you. It'll only drain you. Healing doesn't mean pretending that it didn't hurt. Healing means saying, that was real, but it doesn't get to define my return. So before you go back, take a quiet moment. Ask yourself, what do I need to release to make space for what's next? You can't pour grace into a cup that's still full of old pain. So now let's talk about catching up and cleaning up. Grace over guilt. So now when we talk about catching up, you know what is coming next. The inboxes, the backlogs, the we need to make up for lost time meetings. But here's the thing. Catching up doesn't mean that you have to crash. Instead of asking, how can I do everything? Ask, what actually needs my energy right now? Show gratitude for the people who held things down, for the lessons that the pause taught you, and for the chance to return at all. Because gratitude shifts your energy from pressure to perspective. It's not about catching up perfectly. It's about showing up presently. Let that be your mantra when you begin to return to the workplace. Now, let's talk about some graceful momentum going forward, but better. So, what does moving forward gracefully really look like? Not racing, not proving, just progress with purpose. And here is a framework that I love. 3 gentle anchors to guide your comeback. First, 1 boundary. What's one thing that you will protect this time around? Your time, your peace, or your energy? Second, 1 intention. What's one value or mindset you want to carry forward? Maybe it's patience, gratitude, or curiosity. And third, 1 small win. What's one simple thing you can do this week to feel accomplished again? It would be maybe clearing your inbox, reconnecting with a coworker, or even taking your lunch break away from your desk. You don't need a massive plan, just momentum that feels kind and sustainable. Because maybe what's next isn't about rushing into a new season. It's about redefining the rhythm that you return with. So now we've made it to the joyful point. And we're going to talk about mapping your comeback. So before we close, I want to leave you with something joyful and also something practical, because the comeback itself is a gift. You've learned, you've stretched, and you've grown in ways that deserve celebration. So here's your 60-second comeback exercise. Grab a notebook or even a sticky note. Draw 3 circles side by side. Label them. 1, what I'll leave behind. 2, what I'll bring forward. And 3, what I'll begin anew. Take 1 quiet moment to fill each circle with whatever comes to mind. When you finish, take a slow inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 6. Look at what you wrote. That right there, that's your comeback map. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. And that's the joyful part. You get to begin again on your own terms. So we've now made it to the office optimism focal point. So as we step into this next chapter, remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to take the next step right there with grace and intention. Because maybe the real question isn't what's next. Maybe it's who do I want to be in what's next. Thank you for showing up today, for yourself, for your growth, and for this community. And if this episode spoke to you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's finding their way back too. So until next time, take care of your heart, lead with grace, and keep shining. Bye-bye.